Well, hello and welcome to part 2 of my DIY pumpkin series with pumpkins all made out of Dollar Tree supplies. Let's get busy going into Dollar Tree and seeing what all we're going to need. Okay, for the first DIY pumpkin, I took these burlap flowers and burlap from the crafter square, including the styrofoam pumpkin. And the first thing I did was remove that little white stem, super easy to do. So I actually ended up having some scrap burlap that I used for this. And I just am covering the entire little styrofoam pumpkin with the burlap. Now they sell burlap pumpkins over at the Dollar Tree, but they are so small. And I wanted this to be a nice size pumpkin when I'm done. I'm hoping that all of these DIY pumpkins that you check out will be inspirational for you to use in your home decor. And so I hope that you take them, as the inspiration they're meant to be. Now to make this work, I just snipped in the edges and tucked them and glued them all together. It was just took a few minutes and got this entire pumpkin covered. Next, I took some scissors and made a little hole for the stem to go back inside of that pumpkin. And then I took those burlap sticker flowers. Aren't they adorable? They have lots to choose from, but I chose this creamy white and tan burlap ones. Now they came with this little sticker on the back, and they were a little hard to take off the backing, but I got them on there and I wanted to use them to give it a little bit of height. But I ended up using a little bit of hot glue to attach them to the actual burlap pumpkin. So the idea is to cover the entire pumpkin with these flowers to make it a really pretty kind of a boho looking pumpkin. Now, if you are joining me from part 1 of the DIY Pumpkins series, welcome. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I will link that video below in the description for you. All right, so I added the little gold stem back, and this is how the floral pumpkin turned out. I'm in love with it. You could do any pattern you want with those. I thought it looked really cute here on this tray next to the book stack. I'm loving the pops of the creamy white flowers on here. The burlap is just so pretty. What do you think? All right, DIY pumpkin number 2, my friend, is a Dollar Tree Plus $3 pumpkin and this reindeer moss. Now, it didn't end up taking as much of that moss as I'm showing you here, but I wanted to be safer than sorry. So I removed the little pumpkin stem again and then decided to add some of this Deco art green paint. I just added it here to the ridges, just kind of anywhere there was a little crevice. I added the green, and then I decided to go back and add some of the brown paint to just give it a little more of like it'd been out in the weather for a while. I wanted it to look like a true mossy pumpkin. Once I had it kind of the tone that I wanted, I went ahead and added this reindeer moss. Super easy to do. I just put a little bit of hot glue, a small section at a time, and flattened that moss on there. Now, I will recommend that you use the little Dollar Tree finger cots to make sure you don't burn your fingers as you are applying this reindeer moss, because the glue does seep through the moss as you're applying it. Now, I used it kind of just in a circle here around the top, and then I decided I didn't really want to go all the way down on my pumpkin. So this is an actual dupe from Pottery Barn. They have a really pretty pumpkin just like this, but I just made mine where it didn't go all the way down to the bottom. Hey, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for me, as well as that notification bell. It super helps me, as well as lets YouTube notify you every single time I put one of these little videos out. Alrighty, so I added this jute twine just to all the spines around the entire pumpkin. I'm sure there's an easier way to do it, but I just glued each one separately and then wrapped it around the bottom of the pumpkin and back out to the other side. And I really like the effect that it gives. It really ties down that reindeer moss and keeps it a little more under control. So once all of it was back together, I added the stem back into the pumpkin, and this is how it turned out. What do you you think. I always love to hear your opinions in the comments below. Don't be shy, let me know. But this is how I styled it on a stack of books with a couple of battery operated candles, of course, for safety, since this is little moss. Now for DIY pumpkin number 3, I'm back to these stacking pumpkins. If you've missed my stacking pumpkin video before, I will link it in the description, but this one is a little different because it's got those candy corn colors. This one's the orange, yellow, and white. And then I took this Dollar Tree stickers. Now these are new, and they double either as a sticker or as a stencil, however you want to look at it. I decided to use them as stickers, but I'm using the Cricut method of applying them. So I'm taking the contact paper that is also at Dollar Tree and using it to add these stickers to this bottom portion of the pumpkin. Super easy project, you guys. I really want to encourage you to try this one. So you just peel back super carefully. It's kind of like doing surgery on this sticker. You're going to peel back the extra parts that you don't need. It's like the negative space is what they call it. And you're going to leave behind the wording. And that is what we're going to apply ultimately to the pumpkin. So you see the little R got a little tricky there. And if you try to just apply these stickers by themselves without using this method, you're going to have a little bit of trouble because they aren't together, they're separate. See, the T is separate from the rest of the word, and the two words are separate as well. So all you have to do, it's super easy, is take this contact paper and then apply it to the front of the two stickers. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to ahead and burnish it with the Cricut tool, but you can use any credit card or anything like that to burnish it. And then you're going to take some scissors and cut it in 2 pieces. And I'm going to grab this little spider off of another part of the sticker and the letters OR for trick or treat, of course. And then placing them back in the placement that they go, and using this again Dollar Tree contact paper to just keep it all together. And then here's the little spider I was talking about. He's so cute, y'all. You've really got to check out the stickers, y'all. Dollar Tree has upped their game. So then I just burnish it all, and then I'm going to kind of eyeball it. I want to place it on here, see kind of how I want the lettering to go, and decide exactly where this is going to get stuck down permanently. And once I was happy with that, I took the first set of letters and I removed that contact paper and the sticker with it. So do you see how it works? It keeps the sticker all in one place. So now I have a sticker of the stickers. I positioned it, and then I used my fingers to make sure that it was all pressed down into the little segments of the pumpkin because they are kind of ridgy. And then I used that burnishing tool again just to kind of apply it, make sure all the little sections of the wording is stuck on there. And then I peel back super carefully that contact paper, and I'm left with the word trick. So then I just again double checked where I wanted everything, and I repeated the process on the other 2 words, and it turned out so cute, you guys. Such an easy DIY, and I got addicted quickly and was like, oh, I want to do this to everything. They had so many choices of words too. So I added this little spider to the T, and it just was the perfect little added touch. And this is how I styled it. I put it out front with the little Dollar Tree, which is legs standing up tall inside of the trick or treat bucket. I have all of my pumpkin patch goodies here in my front entryway. I'm kind of trying to do the Halloween type of thing, but it works. All right, so DIY pumpkin number 4. This is taking the middle section of that stacking pumpkin from the Dollar Tree and putting some painter's tape just kind of randomly around the bottom. Taking this puffy paint, and I'm going to create a design. So this is just puff paint. It's helpful because it leaves it raised, which I love. And then you can put any random design you want. And I just used the blue painter's tape to try to keep it kind of cohesive and not go all wackadoodle with where I put the designs. And once I had the basic circles on, I took off that painter's tape and added some more swirls to the upper section of the pumpkin. And again, this does not have to be perfect. It's not meant to be perfect. So I just freehanded it. You could always try to draw on your swirls first if you prefer, but I just kind of freehanded it here and went with a pattern over and over for each one. And I forgot to mention that if you are following along with the Great Pumpkin Challenge and you want to have your chance to enter to win the $100 Amazon Giftaway, I will be putting a link in the description for you to take the next steps. Super easy, super simple. I hope that you will try to win. All right. I went back and I added some more finishing touches here, y'all. I don't know what I did. It's been a day. I've slept. All right, so then the polka dots are going in. I knew there were polka dots. This turned out so adorable, y'all. Just stick with me because you're going to want to see. You're going to want to see how I styled it. So there's a couple of choices here. I was inspired by something I saw on Pinterest for this idea, and they actually did it to a regular pumpkin. It wasn't a faux pumpkin like this one. And then when they were finished, they actually spray painted the entire pumpkin white, and it was adorable. But for mine, I decided to leave it with this yellow color, and I loved the way the white puff paint popped. All right, I've got all my polka dots on there and all of the swirls. It was time to add a bow. What do you know? Of course, I'm adding a bow. So just made one of my little zip tie bows with this really pretty green polka dot ribbon, hot glued it to the top, and this is how it looks. I have it here between two chairs on a table, and I thought it was just really adorable. It's a really nice talking piece. You can always put wording on it if you want. Now, this is my favorite project, you guys. It's DIY pumpkin number 5, and this is, yes, a disco ball pumpkin. So I will link below where you can find some disco balls, but you're just going to take off that little hanger that it comes with. I accidentally pulled off a little piece of the mirror. I just easily hot glued it back. Super not a problem. So you can grab these. Again, I'll put a link in the description where you can find them. And I just used a Dollar Tree pumpkin stem, glued it to the top of this disco ball. And then I found some faux leaves from another project, and I just glued it down onto this disco ball, and I tucked it down in there with the stylus, the Dollar Tree stylus. And this is how cute it is, you guys. I'm in love. Now, I have this on my desk now, but in the beginning, I styled it here in the tray, and I want you to know that every morning when the light hits it, all those crystals on that disco ball just reflect the light, and it's so stinking pretty. So if you liked this video, I'm going to link some more videos here that you can go check out that have so many more inspirational ideas. If you are following along with the DIY Great Pumpkin Challenge, I will put a link in the description below so that you can enter to win your chance for the $100 Amazon giftaway. Alrighty, until next time, my friends, stay inspired.